As we've progressed through this course, I've tried to show you as many of the techniques that you'll need to get up and running with Sony's Vegas Pro 12 when making something like a music video, as we have been doing here. Of course, it's impossible in the allotted time to show you every single step I make for every single section of the music video project creation. So my intention here in this course is to have shown you the techniques required on just a couple of sections that will end up in our finished cut of the final music video. We saw therefore by focusing on the first verse of the song that we can use effects and transitions and fades and text overlays for the visual aspect of the project, but also we looked at what we can do to work with the audio that was captured as part of the video shoot provided to me by the band and how we go about replacing this audio with a better studio recording of the song. Additionally, we looked at how easy it is in this section to create an alternative mix of the song and how using the mixing console makes remixing easy. So once you get to the stage where you have all the separate events, whether they are visual or sound, once you get to this stage where you have all the separate events that you require on your timeline with whatever effects that you want to incorporate, then you'll want to produce a finished movie from these component parts. So we'll quickly go through the process here. Before you start, we have to do something called rendering. And despite its scary sounding name, rendering is only a process whereby Vegas encodes your timeline into a format that can be read by a DVD disc and associated player. Now that's not to say you can't render your project to other formats too. You can, but for our purposes here, I'll render with the intention of making an AVI format PAL format movie. Incidentally, I'm only rendering out to the PAL format because I'm in the UK, as you know. If you're in America, then of course you'll want to choose the NTSC format that I've spoken about a few times during this course. Prior to starting our rendering process, be aware that rendering can take a very long time, especially if you have the sort of complex timeline that a real full music video would contain. Therefore, for this tutorial, I'll artificially call this simple small section of our song on the timeline, with its quite limited amount of events, I'll call it our finished project, just for this example. So, here's the rendering procedure. Go up to File, roll down to Render As, and once clicked, this Render As dialog is opened up. From here, you would navigate to where you'd like to save your finished rendered new file. Now I'm okay with the location there, but you'd hit the Browse button to navigate. Next, give this a name and choose a template from the output format area here for the output movie file. And because I am in the UK, I'll choose this PAL template. Of course, you choose one of the NTSC templates if you're in the USA. I'll leave the other settings at their default and hit render and wait for my project to render. Now this will take some time, so I'm going to pause the screen recording and welcome you back now that it's complete. So at this point, the final rendered AVI file exists on my hard drive, ready to be converted into a DVD using an external DVD creation program. I'm saying use a separate DVD authoring program. You'd use a separate program if you have lots of different movies or scenes that you want to place on one DVD. In our case, I'd like to have a completed DVD with the finished movie and 4 separate movies at the end that act as the band members' biographies, like we saw during this course. However, if you only want to convert a single movie to a simple DVD without menus, then you can do this too here with Vegas. Incidentally, Sony do make a partner DVD creation program that's much more complex called DVD Architect that allows you to create much more complex DVDs with many aspects that can be incorporated into your final disc. For us though, here I'll create a simple DVD from our timeline. It is a similar process to what we've just seen in that the timeline gets rendered and then gets converted to your DVD. Well, this is the process. Go up to Tools, and then drop down to where it says Burn Disk, and then to the right there choose DVD from the submenu, and then this dialog pops up. Now I'm going to choose a video format that pertains to me being in the UK with the PAL dimensions of 720 by 576. Again, like I've said a few times already, if you're in the USA, use the drop reveal option and choose an NTSC format that suits your particular project. Then simply select your DVD drive here and choose a suitable burn speed. Now I can't at the moment because I haven't actually placed a DVD in my drive. Regardless of that, now it's only a matter of clicking OK to start the process of rendering and then subsequently burning your disk. Now, I'm not actually going to do it here for just this short section, so I'll just click on cancel, but that is the process when you want to create a simple DVD from your timeline. Okay, right, we're going to finish up here then for this tutorial, so I shall see you in a moment.